From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
All right, happy Friday, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is Friday, October 27th.
Let's get started.
In the end, he was by himself, no family. Kills you.
A community grieves gun violence in Maine. Another morning without a killer caught. A manhunt gets federal help.
You couldn't know April and not love April.
Looking for answers to San Jose's hit-and-run problem. A family puts a face to the tragedy and the trend.
I think it's amazing.
You can't solve it with Twitter.
To the East Bay, where Oakland police work for solutions they hope will stop car break-ins. A new approach to an old problem.
Having San Francisco being as expensive as it is, people get pushed out to these other regions.
The Bay Area more expensive than the Big Apple? How can Bay Area leaders slow the flow of people out of state and out of the city of San Francisco just to survive?
Seeing this cat changed everything.
Don't judge a book by its cover or a cat for its color. Animal shelters showing us there's nothing super about one superstition.
And good morning, everybody. I'm Reed Cowan. It is that time of year. I feel like Halloween season really came up quickly. It's making me think of black cats and also how to decorate my house. I'm excited for the 7 o'clock hour. When you change the channel, you'll see how to decorate your house and maybe get a great costume.
Oh, and it's a house in Redwood City that is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I'm Gianna Franco. Nicole, by the way, has a Friday off, but she'll be back on Monday. No, we've got holiday decorations for Halloween. We've got costumes today later on if you need ideas. So on PIX Plus later on. Jess,
Can I just say one thing?
Yes.
Can I just say one thing?
Please.
When it comes to the forecast this weekend, we're talking about Halloween decorations, right? It is going to be so windy this weekend. So just a teaser into my forecast. Find a way to secure those decorations as much as possible to your homes. Let's talk about it a little bit, or let's actually dive into that a little bit more. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? It's calm this morning, and it's actually kind of cool this morning too. So what do you mean when it comes to windy conditions around the corner? Well, let's start off with these temperatures. 40s in the forecast for us down in San Jose, 40s all the way off into Livermore, 47 degrees right now in Antioch. That live look is over in the Santa Clara Valley with clear skies anywhere in the Bay Area. Right now, we're sitting in the 50s near San Francisco with 30s all the way up near Santa Rosa and Petaluma. I'm going to drop this map real fast. I want to dive straight into the forecast for us heading into this weekend with those windy conditions and a fire weather watch right around the corner. We're going to continue to see mostly clear conditions, just a mix of clouds here or there heading into this weekend, but no rain as of now. What's happening is low pressure's inland and we have high pressure just offshore. When you're sandwiched in between these two systems, perfectly right where we're at, we see really strong winds sweeping in from the north. So windy conditions as we head into this weekend. So much so we can see wind gusts anywhere up to 40, even 50 miles per hour up in the North Bay. Heading into our Saturday forecast, I'm stopping the clock right at 5 o'clock on Saturday. We're sitting around 25, 30 mile per hour winds at this point. Now we head into the overnight hours early Sunday morning. Now we're closer to 40, potentially even 50 up in the North Bay with breezy conditions stretching all the way down to Stinson Beach. This lasts as we head all the way into our Sunday afternoon. And the reason why this is such a concern is because that air is going to be very dry, relative humidity drops, and we are left with a fire weather watch all throughout this weekend's forecast. I'm going to break this down just a little bit more coming up in your first alert forecast. Long story short, our fire danger index starts to increase heading into our Halloween weekend. And we just need to be prepared. I'll have more on that, but for now, over to you, G.
Yeah, good info there, Jess. Thank you for that. All right, let's take a look at the roadways right now. It is Friday, so Friday light on our freeways if you're headed towards the Bay Bridge. No brake lights or any major troubles right now, but those metering lights were turned on right at 5:36, so just about 30 minutes ago. We're not really seeing a backup, lighter cars on the roadway, or less cars, I should say, so a little bit easier there. We'll keep you updated on that. I do want to update you on a trouble spot as well. We've been following all morning long. All lanes now open, North 85 connecting onto 101. That traffic alert now cleared.
Well, the state of Maine getting help this morning in a manhunt trying to find the suspect who killed 18, leaving more than a dozen others in hospitals. Well, this morning the headline is this: there's an army of helpers with one focus. They're to find Robert Card, the suspect in this case. We're also learning more about the people that police say he killed. Stories rising up out of this violence. Artie Strout was one of 18 who died. 2 more victims, a father and a son. The younger of the two, just a freshman in high school. Joseph Walker also died. He's the son of Maine City Leader Leroy Walker, who says his son died trying to stop the shooter.
Picked up a butcher knife and went after the gunman to try to stop him from killing other people. And that's when he shot my son to death. Just knowing that I was there in that few minutes. And then thinking, in the end he was by himself, no family. kills you.
So now the story splits in two as families grieve. Those families planning funerals and forced into a national spotlight likely they never wanted. Also an army of officers with boots on the ground to find the trigger man. In our next half hour, we're live in Lewiston with the latest on the manhunt. And then more tension to report in the Middle East overnight. The U.S. military hitting back against targets in eastern Syria. Military bosses blame those they hit for targeting U.S. bases in Iraq and Syria using drone and missile strikes by Iranian-backed militias. And following up on the firepower, several hundred American troops headed to the Middle East to enhance protection of our U.S. forces. Ground attack to report in Gaza. Look at your screen. This is a raid carried out by Israeli forces, and we've got the video showing those armored vehicles destroying Hamas tunnels and places where Hamas has been launching missiles against Israel. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says larger invasion is still to come as Arab leaders call for a ceasefire. The UN says Gaza is on the verge of running out of fuel as hospitals struggle to save the wounded. And you know, these realities bring daily and sometimes hourly briefings across the waters to members of Congress. The new Speaker of the House is Louisiana's conservative Mike Johnson, who will have great sway in congressional approval of that money needed to help Israel fight back against terror group Hamas. Also, our government will shut down next month if consensus can't be found between Republicans and Democrats. Gianna.
Well, Reed Cruise is halting driverless rides in all of its test markets just 3 months after getting the green light to operate 24/7 right here in San Francisco. The company posted on X, formerly Twitter, that they have decided to pause driverless operations across all their fleets while they reflect on how to earn public trust. Now, earlier this week, the DMV ordered Cruise to pull its robo-taxis from San Francisco streets, accusing Cruise of withholding video from a San Francisco crash that left a pedestrian badly hurt. Another car actually hit the woman first, throwing her into the path of the Cruise car, which then dragged her down the street as it tried to pull over. But Cruise also says that their decision isn't related to any new on-road incidents, and supervised rides will continue with a backup driver at the wheel. Cruise has also been using Austin and Phoenix, by the way, as a testing ground for their robo-taxis. Well, today, Oakland police will try a new way to collect details on car burglaries, hoping to try and catch thieves with the help of social media. Sean Chitness is live from the East Bay this morning with more on why they're taking this approach and some reaction from residents as well. Good morning, Sean.
Hey, Gianna, good morning. Yeah, some people open to the idea. They say, let's give it a try. Others not sure that this is going to make much of a difference. But Oakland police saying they want to give it a chance because they want to take a new approach to what really has been a problem they have been facing for quite some time. Again, they want to remind folks that you should never try to stop a crime in progress. But now, in addition to trying to get photos and videos safely, they want you to send it to them directly on social media. Oakland police have created special accounts on Instagram as well as on X, that's formerly known as Twitter, and they're asking people to DM there directly just for the weekend. They're going to start using these accounts today to give people a way to send them information about car burglaries as they're happening. Police say that they've already had 11,300 car burglaries when the doors were locked. So they're hoping by having staff monitor these accounts during the weekend, they can share information throughout the department faster. So listen to one resident who says, these criminals are so aggressive, we might as well give it a try. Another questioning if this really is the right direction.
Someone followed one of the cars into the garage, and they were driving a stolen car. So to compound their problems, the gate doesn't open without an opener. And so they had to ram and ram and ram the gate.
The issue of crime in Oakland and response to crime in Oakland is so complex that you can't solve it with Twitter, right? And we want to address crime, we have to address all the structural issues of inequality.
So again, this is available today through the weekend. The accounts are on Instagram and X, and you want to look for the handle, which is @OaklandAutoBurg. Gianna, back to you.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if this actually helps. All right, Sean, thank you for that. Well, State Senator Scott Wiener has introduced a new bill that would make prosecuting car break-ins easier under current law. Prosecutors have to somehow prove that the car was locked. Proving someone broke a window isn't enough for a conviction. Wiener says eliminating that loophole will actually help prosecutors hold people who commit this crime accountable.